What is up, guys? So this is going to be my trailer breakdown for Legends of Tomorrow Season 3 Episode 9, titled Beebo the God of War. That must be one of the weirdest, most unusual titles I have ever seen, but before the breakdown, let's watch.
There is a war coming, and history needs you to be ready.
We're dealing with some kind of blue god.
Is that Martin?
Our god hungers for battle!
We are not letting America go Viking.
DC's Legends of Tomorrow, mid-season finale Tuesday, 9/8 Central on the CW.
So the trailer is basically a bunch of nothingness other than the Martin Stein reveal, the young Martin Stein reveal. It doesn't show us anything new. It doesn't show us anything juicy. Like the synopsis, the promotional photos, and also who is guest starring in this episode. That's where the things I could talk about are at. But I'm just going to talk about what's in the trailer first, which is the young Martin Stein being there. In the synopsis, it actually says that Jax finds a loophole that might change history, but he's willing to use it. I think that might be that this young Martin Stein will actually, like, Jax will try to make him replace the old Martin Stein as the new Firestorm. That would be really, really weird. I'm like using the young Martin Stein instead of the old Martin Stein. It'll be really weird. It'll look really weird. I never really liked the young Martin Stein. He always came off as annoying to me. The old Martin Stein is slightly annoying from time to time, but the young one is really annoying. Also, replacing the old Martin Stein with the young Martin Stein feels really cheap. It feels like they just thought, yeah, we have to get rid of this actor, so let's just replace him with his younger self. So it's the same character, just a different actor. I just think that's a really cheap way to replace him. They should have used either a new character or Ronnie Raymond or Jason Rush, anybody, but like not the young Martin Stein. Okay, I'm just going to read the synopsis real quick because, like I said, the trailer doesn't give away anything. Like, there's not really much to talk about from the trailer. So here it is. The synopsis reads, rattled by recent events, which I'm guessing, and I'm not even guessing, this is for sure Martin Stein's death from the crossover. I'm glad that they're dealing with this. I'm glad they're not glossing over it. It was a very substantial death. It was also a really well done death, like four or five different scenes, 6, maybe even 7, like a lot of scenes were really well done, well acted. It made me tear up a couple times, so I'm really glad that they're not glossing over that and they're actually rattled by recent events. So the synopsis continues. The legends dive into work which finds them investigating an anachronism in a Viking settlement in the New World. The legends realize that the Norsemen are worshipping an artifact as their god and are surprised by this artifact's origin. So all of that, I don't know. There's not much to talk about. The artifact may be Dark's artifact that he used in Season 4 to use to get his powers, or it might be just Beebo. Beebo, which I'm guessing is this blue guy right here. He is in the promotional photos. I'm guessing that's Beebo, and I'm also guessing that's the artifact they're talking about here. And I'm pretty sure in the trailer somebody says, "Who's that blue guy?" So, but the synopsis says they're surprised by the artifact's origin. I don't know what that means personally. It might have something to do with Vixen and Zari, the totems. Other than that, or maybe it has something to do with Mullis. That's really all I could think for that. So the synopsis continues. For the first time, Sarah is worried that they might need to back up. They might need backup when Damien Dark shows up. I'm guessing that means, because in the promotional photos, and I'm pretty sure the trailer, I don't know, I'm mixing the pictures and the video. I'm mixed up, so I can't really remember. But somewhere in there, what's her name? Ava Green, right? That's her name, Ava Green. The Agent Sharp. No, Ava Sharp. That's her name, Ava Sharp. She shows up. I'm guessing that's their backup. The Time Bureau is their backup. Although it should have been pretty obvious to Sarah that they need a backup against Damien Dark, because Damien Dark is one of the most powerful villains ever. When he has magic, he's just basically undefeatable. So it's pretty obvious they need a backup from the start. So I'm actually kind of glad Sarah is actually fine. She actually thought about this. Yeah, they need backup. But anyway, the synopsis continues. Jax finds a loophole that could potentially change history, but it is a risk he's willing to take. Like I said before, that is talking about the young Martin Stein. I'm just going to elaborate on that a little bit because the young Martin Stein isn't a metahuman yet, so it doesn't really make sense that would be a loophole. Although I remember on The Flash, they said that only a couple people had this specific DNA or something like that could make them a potential Firestorm user. Those people were Jax, Ronnie, Martin, and that villain guy. I'm pretty sure his villain name at least was Tomahawk, something like that, from that episode of The Flash where Team Flash was looking for a new partner for Martinstein, which is like the opposite, which is like they're doing it all over again here. But the loophole is that because Martinstein has this DNA, even when he's younger, they could potentially give him the Firestorm Matrix now when he's younger, and they become Firestorm then. But like it says in the synopsis, that would potentially change history, because then he would be Firestorm in the past. So like I keep on saying, somebody in the guest starring is a big deal. It's like a lot to talk about. So John Constantine, Matt Ryan is coming back for this episode. It's John Constantine. He's coming back for this episode. It's really weird how he's not in any of the. He's not in the promo. He's not in the promotional photos. He's not in the synopsis. It's kind of weird. He's not in anything. They're not like marketing for people to come to watch the episode because Constantine is there, which I guess kind of makes sense because he didn't even finish his first season before cancellation. So not a lot of people would go out to watch him just because he's there. But I'm guessing it's a sizable amount of people who will actually like the show but don't like Legends of Tomorrow that much. Maybe, I don't know, it might be some people, so it's weird that they're not marketing him. But his return is probably to deal with, like I said, Sarah is worried, like I said in the synopsis, Sarah is worried that they might need backup with Damien Dark when Damien Dark shows up. I said that was Ava Sharp, but now thinking about it, it's John Constantine. It's definitely John Constantine. Just because of all the magic stuff, obviously they're going to need help with Damien Dark's magic, and they're going to call John Constantine for that. Makes me wonder why Green Arrow didn't call John Constantine. He called Vixen, and Legends of Tomorrow have their own Vixen. Vixen did not work at all. It worked a little bit, but not that much. I don't know why Green Arrow just didn't call John Constantine to help him with Damien Dark, but the Legends are doing that, and you know what? With Vixen on their side and John Constantine, they might even have a chance, and also Zari, because all of that is magic. With all that magic, they might even have a chance against Damien Dark, which is why that, and because he's a great character, I actually really want John Constantine to join the Legends. I'm pretty sure everyone wants him to join the Legends. He does not show up enough in the arrowverse. He showed up, he had his whole season, that's 12 episodes, because he didn't get the 13th. He was one episode in Arrow, and he was there for like 10 minutes, not even the whole episode, I as far as I remember. Actually, no, that's not true. But whatever, and then he appeared 2 years later on Legends of Tomorrow in 5 days? A couple days, I don't know. I'm not going to do the math right now, but he doesn't show up enough. He's getting his WC cartoon, and that's great. Honestly, that's great, but again, I mean, if that's like a lot like Vixen, which is like 4 minutes an episode and just 6 episodes, that's not going to be any screen time. So I really want John Constantine to join the Legends, if anything, for the fact that first of all, he's a great character, and second of all, he just doesn't get enough screen time, and to help them with Damien Dark for the rest of the season. So you can see in the promotional photos of the episode, and also in the guest starring part of, and just the guest starring, who's guest starring in this episode, Citizen Cold is going to be there. I don't remember him going on the Wave Rider at the end of part 4, so I don't think it was confirmed that he was going to be in this episode, but now it is. It was confirmed he was going to be in some episodes in Season 3, and it's pretty obvious it was this one, but just to clarify, he's in this episode. So I thought this trailer, first of all, the trailer didn't show us much. Like I said, all it did was show us that Martinstein was the loophole Jax was looking for, which I think is, they shouldn't have shown that, honestly. They should have shown what was in the synopsis, because that is basically a spoiler. I would have loved to like find out what the loophole was while watching the trailer. So this was like kind of a spoiler. It's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, but it's honestly, it's kind of irritating that they showed it. But either way, the trailer, everything in the trailer looks just so average, especially for a mid-season finale. So it's just weird how they made this trailer. This trailer is really weirdly edited, not gonna lie. But I'm still really interested in this episode, just if nothing for the fact that it's a mid-season finale, so it's bound to have some surprises, probably with Mullis and Damien Dark, and also Constantine's returning, which I'm really excited about. But let me know what you thought about the trailer in the comments down below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.